Now I'm watching him, right? Talk about how he's afraid of death. What a pussy. This guy is a pussy. Look at this pussy right here. Look at this. He's a pussy.
Transparent. I'm still worried. I am. I'm 36 years old. Mom used to always say, and this would always upset me, but it's true, something's going to take you home, right? And it does really scare me a lot.
But when it comes to other people, he's like, yeah, go kill him. But for himself, he's a pussy.
Myself as being above that, right? But whenever you're faced with it, I realized that I was very much below it. I was extremely scared. I was very upset, and I was really worried.
His viewers like, oh, you mean like shoot adults and deport the kids, right? No, 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 no. I'm gonna shoot the kids also.
I'd shoot whoever. I mean, if it's kids, women, men, anybody, just shoot them.
Just shoot him. Just shoot him. Just shoot him.
They're going to stop coming over. Because if you don't do that, they'll use children and women as shields to get themselves over. And then they'll put more women and children at risk because they know that they can use them as collateral so they can get more of themselves over. That's the way it works. That's the way an animal thinks, and these people are animals. It's just the way it is. They're savages. Absolute fucking savages. Hamas tactics, terrorists. Of course you don't want to do that. Doesn't mean you want to do it. But you have to do what you need to do in order to enforce your borders, man. Like, that's the way it is. People are too emotional to see that. Yeah, I mean, like, again, like, it's, you can't make decisions that way. And I understand the way that I talk about this might be a little bit extreme. It might be a little bit, unemotional. I wish we had more people like me. I do. I wish we had more, because we got too many pussies that are too worried about the optics of something rather than the reality of it.
It's not optics when it comes to murder. Yeah, it's not optics when it comes to murder. Sorry. In like the English language, there's a word that describes him. Psychopath. Psychopath describes him. This is like so psychotic. It really is psychotic. No sympathy or empathy for anyone else besides himself. None whatsoever. He just like called the murder of like 83,000 people bad optics. And people shouldn't care about it because they're pussies. And he's the epitome of that. He's not being an edgelord at all. This is who he is. He got 2 weeks, a slap on the wrist. They'll not ban him forever, never ever. This is a performative ban, and he's not even like willing to perform an apology. Last time he made up an apology, and it was so fake, but at least he did it. Now he's so far stuck up his own asshole, he can't see anything.
40 to 60,000, obviously, just by the nature of this, it's not really verified how many.
It's not really verified, but it's estimated to go above 80,000 as well. 80,000 people, illegal immigrants, going into any city will destabilize it.
Random migrants just all came over. Now, this...
It wasn't random. The boats were ready for them. This was planned.
I think you should shoot these people, right? I mean, like,
yeah, see?
I believe that. I do.
Yeah, see, he's saying, like, he doesn't change his mind. But he's stupid. It's not really a military invasion. 80,000 nude men, by the way. They were naked, nude. They had nothing. Like, he's calling that an invasion. He's so dumb. He's so dumb. He's really, like, fucked.
Brad Pitt as Achilles, like, stabbed the dude in the neck at the beginning of the movie. That's, like, what happened. So, basically, the city is being terrorized by a mass invasion of military-aged migrants that have come over for, various different reasons. And people are saying that you couldn't do that because, well, there might be kids in the crowd. And my response to that is that you should shoot them anyway. You should do this anyway.
Yeah, look at him.
It doesn't matter really what the collateral damage is. You should defend your borders, especially when you're being invaded by such a massive
he means it.
People.
He absolutely means it. He means it. This is like, for him, strategy, tactics. For him, the deaths of children is a message they need to be made an example out of. He's stupid. Really stupid. He's heartless. But then, just before this, you heard him talk about how much he's afraid of death. And he's 36 years old.
So this never really was a conversation about, like, baseline.
He wants people to understand him. Look at him. And he is beloved by his people. Look at them. They're delusional. I'm not sorry. I'm probably not going to stop. Damn right. Defending the border from an invasion is one of the few legitimate functions of a government. And I'm not sorry either, heals my soul.
You're choosing to stop the invaders here rather than creating a reward structure and an incentive structure around using kids, trafficking children, and effectively using them as political capital to fulfill an invasion's goal, and then use the city as a way to get into mainland Spain and then
disseminate through Europe.
For Europe. This is, I think, a very bad thing, and I think it should be stopped by any means.
By the way, what he's saying is not untrue, right? There's a documentary that shows that like there's a bunch of people that got into Italy, and through Italy they were allowed to go to France and Paris. But he's using this argument to kill children.
Necessary. I think this is a horrible problem. A lot of the people that are coming over there, many of them could be criminals. We have no idea. People said Morocco emptied their prisons and let those people come over. I have no idea if they did that or not. I would assume many cases they did. That's what Russia's done apparently with Ukraine.
It's not like smugglers actually orchestrated like this kind of like displacement. Not at all. It's not what they're doing. The smugglers take thousands of dollars per person and then give them ships and then let them go all the way across the Mediterranean because they make hundreds of thousands and millions off of like these people. These are massive networks led by really terrible people.
Or something like this. And I find this to be one of the most malignant and pernicious abuses and inversions of morality that we have nowadays, and I'll explain why.
Again, he's like complaining about like an inversion of like morality, but here he is talking about like the death of children while also saying, "Oh, I'm afraid of dying. I don't want to die. I'm only 36. I've never had health issues before. The thought of it made me sleep for 24 hours." And then he talks about the morality of like the people that are like invading Spain and then says, let's shoot the kids.
That's an invasion, and I think they should use guns to stop it. And I'm not sorry for saying that.
What he said is like way worse than that, though. He's now sort of like trying to soften his language, but we know what he means. We absolutely know what he means. He like wants all of them. He wants the Mediterranean Sea to be painted in the blood of every colored person that goes through. He wants all of them dead.
These are the same people whose ideology leads them to thinking that 6-year-olds can transition to another gender.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
To, defend.
Oh my God. He's now like talking about this. Oh, it has nothing to do with the subject. You cannot use trans people to justify killing children at all. That's his solution. Also, side floor music. Can you tell me like what about this like actually offends you? Because I'm really curious. Like, why do you think that saying that this guy is like an asshole offends you? Like he's getting carried away here. Absolutely, with his like rhetoric about like killing children. Why do you think it's well, why does it like upset you? By the way, he said the same thing about like the people of Gaza, a city that is over 50% children. Right? But he's using this like logic. There's like a few terrorists in there. Let's paint all of that city red. Let's kill them all. I don't care if there's kids. Let's invade. Let's kill them. Let's mutilate them. So I just like want to know, like, why did you get upset over that? I would love to hear like the actual like opinion of, an opposing perspective. But here you have like someone who's like a massive fan of Asmongold and a massive fan of like killing the kids. He's talking, by the way, he's talking about the Moroccan enclave here, right? There's no kids that are shooting rockets there. You dumb asshole.
And that's, I think, the biggest issue that I have with a lot of these people that are criticizing this is that they don't...
Oh, that's the issue that he has with people that are criticizing this. They're pussies to him.
I don't think that they really care about these kids. They don't give a shit about them. Like, these are the people they'll bring
oh man,
kids to an ICE protest.
Oh man.
Like, why would you bring a kid to a protest where there's rioting and there's flashbang grenades and tear gas being set off? And the truth is, and there is a reason for it, the reason why they do that is because they want to use these kids
as human shields. Okay, let's just kill them all also. Let's kill so like in his logic, perhaps like we should also kill the protesters, right? Let's kill the protesters because there's a few bad people over there, right? If an extreme minority from a group does something bad.
These people they're sick. They're sick.
Sick? Hey, I'm Joe Hara. I have opinions, I play games, and I stream on Twitch. I would love to see you there. Thank you for watching.